Go.
Guys, it's Mark here. I'm here with Man Shadows and Pound Town, and we are Wrestlfyi. We are a wrestling podcast out of the 757.
It's actually OG
And
Pound Town.
okay, well, there's that. We're a
Once you
wrestling
hit 30,
podcast
it's
out of
OG.
Virginia Beach, Virginia. We are here to bring you all the latest WWE news, match cards, reactions, etc. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, boys?
Hello, I'm Shadows.
Well, that was fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm the man of mystery. I'm a wild card.
I'm
if you
OG
will.
Pound Town. I'm the audio engineer, so I'm laughing at Mark.
What a fuck goof.
Choked
All right,
right
so
before we started recording. What if we fuck up this?
All right.
Good. I like Mark. I like that intro. A lot.
Yeah.
That was nice.
You didn't do your Meat Mountain.
Yeah.
well, hey, look, you got to get into it first before they start knowing your nicknames.
Season 1, episode
Way.
going off to a great start.
Yeah.
Amazing.
By
As
the
you- if
way,
you guys
we're
can't
recording
tell.
this in Google Hangout, so if it sounds kind of, it actually kind of sounds like we're all in the same room together.
Yeah, it does. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Well,
So, I guess
take it
we're going
away.
into topic one here.
Roll on in.
So,
Oh wait. I have a question.
yeah,
How
what's
did you
up?
come up with the name?
Wrestlfyi. Okay. So, Wrestlfyi is short for wrestling for your information, and hence why it's spelled with an FYI.
Well, yeah, no shit. But I mean, how did you come up with it?
Well, there we were.
I just thought of it because I'm fucking cool.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
all I
I mean,
wanted
I like
to know.
I think it's a great name. And actually, if you Google Fi, we're the only thing that pops up.
Well, that's
Yeah. So actually, while you're at it, if you're listening right now, go Wrestlfyi and click on our links. We're cool.
yeah. See all the no ten except this when it goes up.
And what? We also have a Teespring if you want to buy our merch. That's cool. No, I'm
Wait,
kidding.
what?
It's a joke.
Okay.
So to introduction, I'm gonna let you take this one, David.
Well, let's see here. So, do you kind of just, ramble on about how we got into this stuff to begin with? I think
Yeah.
that's a pretty good one
Yeah.
here to give people
Yeah.
know where we're
Your
at.
roots on when you started watching this. Is it a sport or is it entertainment?
Sports entertainment.
Sports
Okay.
entertainment. I can't do the exact day or year, but I was really young.
Well, yeah,
and
I'm
I
gonna need
remember
the day.
just kind of flip through the TV, and I just happened to be, The Rock and Stone Cold and them going at it, and it was the first time I've ever seen wrestling. So
First time we
I
ever got a
kinda
boner.
kept-
Got a boner too.
yeah, right. I kept watching it, and I just after that it was nonstop. I'm talking Monday Night Raw's on. I'm fighting with my brother over control for the TV because he doesn't want to watch the shit. And Stone Cold basically raised me.
Did you end up
Uh,
wrestling like your brother, like trying to do the moves you saw on the television?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, we did.
TV,
We had a
the television
trampoline, so
set?
that was a wrestling ring. We brought ladders onto it, and a bunch of stuff. Got hurt a lot. One time, I smacked the dog shit out of my brother. Hurt him in one accident. He started crying, and I had to do the old classic. Hey, stop crying. Do you want like a reward or something? Like just shh. Because I didn't want my dad to go the fuck off. But yeah. So I mean, that's kind of how I got into it. But I fell out of it for a couple years, and then probably about I think within the past 5 years, I got invited back to a podcast. Well, invited to a podcast about wrestling, and I was kind of diving back into it. But after that podcast, I got full steam ahead back into wrestling, and I mean, I watch it all: WWE, AEW. I catch on Ring of Honor here and there. NXT, I really like NXT quite a bit, but yeah, I mean that's kind of it, really.
You ever make
What
it out
about
to
you,
any of
Mark?
the VCW shows?
How did you get into it? How'd you dip your toes into that wrestling pling pool?
Okay,
Go
so
big toe first or
is different. So many listeners, if you're local, David is older than
Older
so
gentleman,
I'm
yes.
20.
3. So
Well, that's fair. Oh, to your question that you asked, one VCW show over there, and there's a really good local wrestling league here.
cool. So, I got into wrestling. So my mother on my dad's side really big into me before my like playing, and she would have like pre-record or back then, episodes and stuff, and she'd VHSs. So as a kid, I would find these VHSs and actually pop them, and I kind of at first the corniest thing I've ever seen. It's in early '90s wrestling, like we all know, different era. Everybody's big and goofy and hairy and shit, but I ended to really, really, really enjoy it. Every time I saw the Hardy Boys, when I really got into, because that right there is just my shit. And to this day, I still wish I was Jeff Hardy.
I'll be honest with you. Jeff Hardy's actually a big reason that I started wearing fishnets and stuff at one point.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like
I thought it was
she
'cause
just
Bam
influenced
Margera
me
did
to
it.
be a fucking e-boy. Well, same thing.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Hardy paved the way for e-boys.
Yeah, he sure fucking did. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's how I got into it.
Like that.
I got out of it for a little bit. I'm back in it now. I'm watching currently. WWE is fucking, doing its same shit. Now we have AEW. So
they're not always bad.
No,
Wait,
for
do I
sure,
get
not
to
always
say
bad.
my
But now we have
background?
AEW, and it
Well, hold on.
Or you
comes
guys
up
just gonna...
with a good competition.
Well, Eric, hold on, we got you. But no, WWE overall lately, meh. Segments, certain matches are great. It's the overall problem. Like the overall, it's just not doing it for me.
It's not what it
AEW.
was.
But real quick, let's see what our technician here thinks. Eric,
Yes.
you have the floor.
Oh, okay. I'll give you my wrestling background. I watched it in elementary school, and I only really remember the name Bam Bam Bigelow.
R.I.P.
I watched it into like 7th grade, and then I thought that's kind of where it stopped for everyone. But
Well, see, I mean,
then
that's good to have.
when I moved out to Virginia Beach, well, I got out of the military, and then I just stayed here. I noticed a lot of adults still watched wrestling, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I thought
real to me, brother.
that stopped at middle school there, champ." But I'm not a huge fan of it, but I enjoy going over to David's Shadows, and watching the pay-per-views that he usually gets illegally, sometimes legally.
Okay,
And
look, I get the
it's
WWE
okay.
Network
You're
is
a
free this
pirate.
month, guys.
You're
Go ahead and
Jack
download it.
Sparrow. You're
about
the
to get
Jack
the internet
Sparrow of
police
wrestling.
kicking down my door.
Yeah. And so I enjoy watching my friends be happy, and so I figured I'd help with doing the podcast stuff. And
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
perfectly
I,
good.
hey, hold on, don't front like you don't enjoy Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, and also I know you have to have somewhat of a glimmer of hope of wrestling, because what did you and Kyle get me for my birthday?
Oh yeah, we got you the cameo video from Matt Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if y'all want to see that, let us know. I'll have him post it.
He just posted on the Wrestlfyi Facebook page. Did you guys make a
Well,
yeah, you
some
guys made a Twitter. You put it on there too.
Yeah,
We have a Facebook. It's going to be facebook.com Wrestlfyi, and then Twitter is going to be at Wrestlfyi as well. It's all going to be the same.
Yeah. We are working on an Instagram. Once we get a little bit more traction, we'll have everything up and running. If you guys like us enough, we'll start getting merch, stickers, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
All right.
Actual.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Maybe get
that was a
sponsored
nice-
by Rip It Energy.
No, I'm
you already know.
Loco guy.
Yeah.
Broken Skull IPA. Hit me up, Stone Cold.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's good for the introductions and stuff. So let's jump into number
technically
2.
our first topic. Well, second, but technically our
Yeah.
first topic.
Yeah.
So
You got
WWE
this,
versus
you got this.
AEW. Alrighty. So this one's going to be obviously opinion based, as everything with a podcast is. If you don't like my opinion, please let me know. I will argue with you online. My personal opinion right now, as it stands, AEW is 110% better than WWE. One show a week, but that's quality, is better than 3 shows. It's just thrown the fuck out there.
Well, hold on now. Don't put NXT roped in with them Monday and Friday night. NXT is great. It's better.
NXT is great on its own. I definitely give them that. But SmackDown and Raw.
Touch AEW.
No, man. It's not even the supers of old that are in there. It's these new guys. It's these new tag teams. Like, they're just unbelievable. They're finding the talent that nobody knew existed. Yeah. You know? And I can respect that. You know, they have people from all the walks of life, whether you're from CZW to fucking New Japan. It doesn't matter if you skilled, they're going to sign you. WWE is a little more, you got to have a name before you go to WWE kind of thing, you know?
I mean, and I get that from WWE's perspective. You got to think, I mean, they're a big, like, billion-dollar corporation. They want the best. They want what's going to grab attention in this. And, you know, Vince McMahon isn't going to listen to the fans.
Like, it's not bad. No. It's not bad. I shouldn't say that. In my opinion, AEW is 100 times better, but WWE is by no means bad.
The wrestlers that they get are great. It's the creative staff that makes, or not even them, it's Vince. You could have Paul Heyman, you could have any wrestler scream, any manager scream to Vince McMahon, hey, this is what the fans will dig, this is what they'll like, this will pop. And he'll go, oh yeah. Hey, let's get Dean Ambrose to come out and make fun of Roman Reigns' leukemia that he just found out came back yesterday. Like,
yeah, that, man, I'm not Vince and his fucking gimmicks, man.
They're stupid.
They're too real sometimes. Like with the whole Edge and Lita and Matt Hardy triangle. Just stay out of people's personal lives, man. It's supposed to be a fucking show, not. I don't know, man. There's certain things I don't agree with, but overall, WWE's been in my life for a long time, and I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's the same here. Like, I'm not going to forget the roots, but where I feel like WWE is messing up, one of the things is they keep bringing back old talent, but they're letting them win and utilize them. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. When the Hardy Boys came back for, what was it, Mania? I lost my goddamn mind. I thought it was the coolest shit ever. They came in, whooped ass, cool, but they used them properly. Whereas you have, like, Goldberg. Oh, my God. I don't even
one show a month.
Shit. Whipping the bean's ass, taking the title. But you kick over to AEW, New York, and Jake the Snake there. He's cutting promos. He's gassing up the new guy. Jericho's there. Yeah, he was the champion, the youngest AEW champion, the champion. Mm-hmm. But he still puts over the younger talent. They bring the big boys in. They get the new guys over and get them to pop. And that's, I think, what really is a big difference between WWE and AEW. I mean, that's one of them.
I'm following you there. I understand that.
But that's just me.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone's going to have their opinions. But like I said, let us know your opinions.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I just feel like there's things they could do to make WWE better. And you would, what I think is really funny is we have a classic, you know, Monday Night War style setup now, where it's constantly WWE
Wednesday Night War, yeah,
battling with AEW, and it's really cool. And I think that is what we need to light a fire under WWE's ass to get them to do what we want.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on it later on how that war is going, but as of right now, do you have any comments, Mr. Poundtown?
Oh, what are you guys talking about?
I like that. WWE versus AEW. You've seen both pay-per-views. Pick like
people that know me know that I prefer. What are you guys talking about?
I like that. WWE versus AEW. You've seen both pay-per-views. Pick like
people that know me know that I prefer to go with companies that actually like give their employees health insurance and shit. So AEW treats their employees better, and honestly, it seems like they're more like open and diverse. then like the first time I watched AEW, they had like the trans wrestler, and that's fucking cool. I don't know if WWE does that, but
Yeah.
I
I don't
hate
think that they're
McMahon
so
dude.
open about it if they do.
Yeah, because I've always hated Vince McMahon. I just think he's a fucking douchebag. So
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's great. The openly just trans wrestler. They're giving her a shot with the titles. They're not treating her like different. Like
yeah,
she gets
exactly.
treated like the rest of them,
It's
and
almost like
as it should
it's not
be,
even a
you
big
know?
deal.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
not. That's the whole
looking
thing.
at a Muscle
Yeah.
Fitness article really quick because I just want to fact check because I don't want to 100% say that they do give their wrestlers all that medical stuff, but there's a quote.
Pretty sure they
from-
do.
Well, there's a quote from Chris Jericho in Muscle and Fitness saying that AEW has healthcare and dental for the performers. You're talking about a big sports team mentality instead of the every man for himself mentality the business had for years. So that's pretty cool. And they just go on to say like how their matches may be scripted, but the injuries are not. Broken teeth, busted open, and so on.
Wrestling ain't nothing. Wrestling, it may be scripted, but it ain't fake.
Yeah, I mean it's no different than like you're on a movie set. You're following a script. You could get hurt. I mean, look at like Brandon Lee, for example.
I don't.
You get what I'm trying to say.
I get it, but they're not really the same thing.
Okay, and that's fine.
I mean,
that's your opinion. We can argue about it on
But
Facebook.
how come they don't just script like the drama parts? Oh yeah, I guess then how would the never mind. I don't know how
you gotta have win losses too.
Are you talking about like when you say drama? Are you talking about like what they're saying?
Yeah, like the shit they're saying. I get that's all scripted, but like
some of that.
Yeah.
Well, some of that's scripted, but you have certain ones like The Rock.
Oh yes, some people will be allowed
to
to say whatever.
Yeah, well, not even that. They can go there and cut it on their own. They can improv all that stuff, and I mean that takes a lot to get to that level.
The actual wrestling aspect is scripted more than the talking.
Yeah,
but like one thing I've always wondered, how do they pick basically who gets hated, who becomes the hated wrestler? Because some of them come out and it's like
that's very touchy because it's either because Vince will put you out there and say, hey, you're going to be this heel character, but the crowd may love it. And it's just kind of on the fly. I mean, in reality, the final decision is going to be the crowd.
Well, there's a good example. If you watch that special, it's on WWE for Ruthless Aggression. You can see how when they got John Cena and how he almost got fired or let go because he didn't get fired. His contract was up and they were going to cut him because he came in as a plain Jane wrestler with a lot of aggression and a lot of want. He wrestled with Kurt Angle. He held his own. Everyone liked him.
He just didn't have a gimmick.
It was good, but the thing is, people got bored of it because he didn't have a character. He wasn't the John Cena you know now. So once his contract almost expired, I guess he did something on a plane or a bus. He was freestyling.
I'll tell you here. I remember. I just recently watched it.
Yeah.
He was in a locker room rapping, like freestyling with a couple of other people. And happened to walk by. Vince walked in and was like, Did you just make that up?
Well, it was Stephanie. Stephanie's the one that pulled him aside.
Stephanie? Okay, well, Stephanie's the one that pulled him aside. Did you just make that up? Yeah. So cool. Let's see if this will work. Run it by Vince. He approved it. He came out. He was Thugonomics, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And then he started changing that character as times went on because he actually, and it's funny too, because I was on this whole
because Thugonomics was technically a heel.
Yeah. Well, I was on this whole. It was like a heel turn fan favorite.
Yeah, because remember, because he used to use the chain. He used to cheat.
Yeah, well, I was on this whole militant thing about how, nowadays, the Attitude Era is better and this and this and this. But once you watch that thing and you see how John Cena changed his character because the kids in the crowd are the new us, So they're just changing with the time. So, that whole thing of when John Cena started going out of the chain gang stuff and all that Thugonomics thing, that's their Attitude Era. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's crazy how that character changes though. He went from just a plain Jane good wrestler and then almost got let go because he didn't have a character. No one knew who this dude was.
And then all of a sudden he could freestyle.
Yeah, so that goes into sometimes you create your own character, sometimes they create the character. So As far as dialogue
Yeah.
and stuff and storylines, that's just half the time I feel like they pull names out of a hat and go, "Hey, you're gonna feud at this one," and then they drag that shit out.
Some of them don't really make sense.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Alrighty, so final consensus. AEW currently is outperforming WWE.
Oh yeah, AEW is
Well,
my
that's
Women
good.
Crush Wednesday. So,
Cool. So
moving on.
moving
What
on,
we
we
got
can
next?
talk about. All right, here we go. How does everyone feel about a pre-recorded 2-day WrestleMania?
Well, can I start?
Go ahead.
Yes, you may.
There is the side of me that's like, this is pretty cool because I don't think we'll ever again see a empty arena pre-recorded, let alone 2-day WrestleMania. But then there's that part of me that's like, well, half the matches that we thought were going to happen aren't. And when big moves happen, like say Bray Wyatt beats John Cena, or The Fiend beats John Cena, we're going to be at home losing our fucking minds, but there's no crowd to feed off of. So it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel authentic to me. So it comes down to me just kind of wanting it to either be postponed till super late this year, but then the only thing with that is it messes up other pay-per-views, other stories, because there's an order to it, and then or just don't do it. But then there's the greedy ass part of me. It's like, you know what? I still want to see my WrestleMania. So I'm kind of in the middle.
I'm following you. No, yeah, I'm following you. I'm kind of middle of the road too because I've never seen it before. I kind of have to watch it before I can shit on it. I don't really want to hate on it too much when I don't even know how it's going to be.
Yeah, because you could like it for all you know.
If it's anything like fucking Raw and SmackDown, oh God. But
I wish it could be as lit as last year. Remember that one?
Oh yeah,
the house party.
Hell yeah, no, the house party, which nobody's gonna know about. But
best
that was definitely the best get together for wrestling that we've ever had.
Oh yeah.
And too bad Jake had to move, but whatever.
Goddamn Jake.
Jake.
I hope he hears this and just hears that fuck you.
Yeah. We're talking about
he
Jake
probably
Willis,
will.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah.
He shaved his head
shit
today.
can me out of.
Damn, were you even at?
And I'm
No,
gonna smack his head as soon as I see him.
The one at
because he shaved his head.
Jake's house?
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, where we had a whole bunch of
I
people
was
there.
Yeah,
we went and
you were.
ransacked
Yeah, you
the
were.
empty
Yeah, you were.
house
Yeah, you
next
were.
door for their toilet paper and shit.
I
don't remember that, but okay.
Hey, that was a
wasn't part of
crime.
Well, that wasn't me, but I remember
Statute
playing,
of limitations probably in effect.
playing the little flip the bottle game with a purple dildo. But that is a topic
Yeah, I
for
was
a
after
different
that.
day.
Hey,
But
you leave Carlos alone.
hey, man, Carlos the spicy wiener.
Hey,
Alrighty.
real quick, here's my big fucking problem with WrestleMania.
They are often.
Hold on. Here's my big problem with WrestleMania this year, and it's not even because I hate the Patriots. Gronkowski's hosting it. I am so over
Okay.
that
So
shit.
you know what? He's hosting it. It could be a good thing.
Or a bad thing because Gronkowski. I guarantee you, him and Mojo will have some sort, or just him will have some sort of interference in the match, and it's going to start some bullshit storyline. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Who
Well, I
the fuck is
mean, yeah,
Gronkowski?
but Gronkowski is an ex-NFL football player. He played for the New England Patriots.
He
He
just retired.
recently retired last year, and now he is going into WWE.
Oh,
And also, I think on next episode
Now-
of this, we
now,
should cover celebrities.
Where
and
Gronkowski is,
Yeah,
Gronkowski was a great football player. Wrestling and WWE have gone together multiple times. Look at Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar was.
It can work.
Was in the football.
Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar
Brock
was,
Lesnar was a defensive lineman for the Minnesota Vikings.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Vikings. He was UFC. He's WWE. Yeah, he's done quite a bit. Great athlete, I think.
So, like I said, it could definitely work. Now, is it going to come out and work on day one? I don't know.
No. See, and
I mean,
I don't want to touch too much on it because I want to save this celebrities in wrestling for the next episode. But it just goes into how quick, if he does become a permanent thing, how quick they push him, whether he's commentary, a host, interview,
Okay.
or an actual wrestler. It just depends on that push he gets and how high up the chain he gets in such little time, because that will come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah, for sure. Well, all right, we'll cut that one off there. Tune in next week if you want to
Yeah.
hear the rest of that one.
Yeah.
So back to WrestleMania. Do we want to segue into the match card?
Yeah, I have that pulled up right here. Now, keep in mind, this is as of 2 minutes ago updated, so I don't know how
320
truthful it is.
in 2020
Oh, sorry, 37 minutes ago. So,
at 8:30.
Yeah, well, this one I found still has Roman Reigns
Well,
and Goldberg
8:45
on it, so I don't think it's going to be that accurate, because Roman Reigns has been pulled from WrestleMania per his leukemia.
Let's start with that. We're going to start with that. Roman Reigns out of the main event of WrestleMania. What happens next?
Braun Strowman. That's the only thing I can think of, and that's the rumor too. The rumor is Braun Strowman versus Goldberg.
But that just means Goldberg's going to win.
Goldberg is going to win. I mean, look at he beat the Fiend. Don't get
Yeah,
me
but
started on that.
did you see that jackhammer? Is he going to jackhammer Braun Strowman?
I
No.
don't even know if you could call that a jackhammer. That was more like a very tiny jack that you lift a small SUV with. It was so bad. It was pointless.
Dude,
it was weak. And
that was a fucking foot pump for an air mattress.
Thank you. Yes. That match was horrible. And you know what pisses me off more? That match pissed me off so bad that I thought Ricochet getting bodied by Lesnar was the best part of the night. That's how mad I was.
Oh,
and I love Ricochet, and that match was garbage, but I was so infuriated.
Didn't you almost end your relationship
We'll come back
over
to
the Goldberg
Ricochet
thing?
and that a little later.
No. Oh no! It's just,
God, we're going into this.
Look, I couldn't get through it. This started with Hell in a Cell. Rollins
Get hard.
Super off topic, but it's funny. Hell in a Cell. They let this man hit him with a toolbox. They let Rollins hit him with a ladder. They let him do this. They draw the fucking
20
line
chairs
at a goddamn sledgehammer.
Yeah, but he got hit with a toolbox, 20 chairs, ladders.
Yeah, and there's no rules in a Hell in a Cell besides don't die. What? So that pissed me off. So for weeks on end, I could be cooking, cleaning, hanging out, reading. I don't care. And all of a sudden, it'll pop in my head how pissed off I was at that night. Well, it went away. Until Goldberg versus The Fiend. When that loss happened, and it sucks too, because they started out with Goldberg doing his shit. Fiend came back. I'm like, here we go. We got this. And the second I saw that haggard-ass jackhammer, I knew the game was over. I was at work. I don't think you were there that day. I had it on at work. I was pissed. I turned the whole fucking pay-per-view off. I didn't watch the end credits. Didn't want to do it. So for the past couple weeks now, it's been the same situation. You could be handing me $100 and it'll pop in my head that happened, and I will lose my fucking mind. So I hate Goldberg right now.
If everyone can't tell, The Fiend is currently Shadow's favorite wrestler.
Dude, I got the lantern. I got the gloves. You got me for Secret
Is
Santa.
he a popular character?
He is the biggest thing they have right now. And
then why did they have Goldberg? Is that just
because Goldberg made a bunch of fucking money, and they wanted to find some dumbass way to segue him and Roman Reigns feud, which they could have done without that title, in my opinion.
They could have, but I mean, you put the title on the line, it just makes it a little more intense.
And I get that, but Goldberg over the fucking Fiend.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I have
Fiend
no
the one that
explanation.
does
I can't
the
even
puppet
argue
show?
against that.
Yeah, the Fiend is the guy with the Firefly Funhouse, the Mr.
Yeah,
Rogers
okay.
thing. He treats it as two different entities. He doesn't tell himself that I'm Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. Those are two different.
Yeah, the Fiend is like his dark side, his channeled anger.
Yeah.
Like
So yeah,
Shadows and David?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would assume that we're going to see Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. That's just what I think. I know that they're dropping.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a good match, though, because Strowman, I think he's a great wrestler. But to see Goldberg try to jackhammer him is going to be the best part. If this match,
it's going to be the worst part in the best way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Room. It's like the best worst movie you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, dude, Mr. Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah,
but
I do know. That I think they're dropping the
how do you feel about
Memorial and the women's battle royale?
Yeah.
I think they're dropping that. We have Lesnar and McIntyre for the championship now. With that, there's a rumor going around that Lesnar might not make it to Mania. Something about him being stuck in Canada or some shit. Yeah,
I haven't seen
we
that
can
one.
fact check it. I'm not sure. I read it on one of those, like, I guess dirt sheet sites or whatever the hell they're called. But
Well, we'll keep it as a rumor. That is a
Yeah.
rumor that is not confirmed.
yeah,
If it
so
ends up being confirmed, it'll
that
be posted on our Twitter.
yeah. But if that match, sorry, I'm pouring another drink. If that match happens though, oh my god, dude, McIntyre's taking that 100%. I think it's gonna be a great match.
I can see it being a pretty good match.
Who just popped
So,
before
all right,
Loco?
I didn't pop before Loco. It's a juice. Having a
Did they
whiskey
ban those?
ginger.
Whiskey ginger. Oh wow!
Let's see. We
All
got
right, so
Orton and
next,
Edge, that's next
once
thing.
we just went into that, we went into Roman Reigns being pulled. Obviously, now
Apparently,
let's
he
go
raised that on his
into
own.
the speculation of Andrade getting pulled from his tag match. Who will replace him with Angel Garza?
Or if they even have Angel Garza and him, if they even keep it, well, what if they change the whole team? It's because who are they going against? They're going against. I have it right here. No, I don't. Oh, Street Profits. Duh.
Yeah, Street Profits
What if
versus.
they change the team in general? It's not Angel Garza and anybody. It's
Yeah,
a
but
whole
that would be
different tag team.
that wouldn't make any sense. I mean, you couldn't. I don't understand
Do
who
many
they would.
things make sense in WWE anymore?
Not really. But what? So they're just going to pull the Street Profits then? So they're just going to pull them, or have the Street Profits against some fucking random tag team,
I
like
don't know.
fucking
Street Profits and the Hardy Boys.
like Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Like what?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I mean, that'd be possible.
I really do like the Street Profits. I think they're a great tag team. They cut great promos.
They you know what they did? They did it correctly. They pulled their exact NXT gimmick and put it in the main roster.
Because how often did you see them in a match up until they went into one? Like it was all promos backstage.
Yeah, it was all promos. It was Street Profits.
Awesome.
It's what they were since they were introduced in NXT.
Well,
and I love it.
It left you wondering every week: Are we going to see him in the ring? Nope. We're going to see him in the ring. Nope. So when they finally did it, people were like, "Oh shit! Like this is great. We waited and then we got it." But the other thing, speaking of the Andrade thing, I don't know who would replace him. Maybe they pull some crazy twist and it's Garza and Humberto.
Oh, like Humberto turns heel? I guess. Something. I don't know.
That would make sense, though, because he's helped the Street Profits before, so why not?
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna turn Humberto into a bad guy. Nah, he can't even win as a good guy.
He's too much of a baby face to do that.
Exactly.
Speaking of, Rey Mysterio and Dana Brooke are off of the card due to precautionary quarantines. Thank you, coronavirus.
Oh wow, Mr. COVID-19 shows his head again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna make a wrestler called COVID-19.
Probably, or that would be
Kyle
a finisher.
COVID-19.
I can see it. Let's see. And
so give us a run through of the card real quick. So we're gonna start off pre-show.
From the top. I got you. I don't know actually, I'll start at the bottom here. So we got Otis and Ziggler. Wait, are these rumors? These might be rumored matches. I don't know. Elias and Corbin. Oh no, these are the actual
That one's
matches.
gonna happen. Yeah, that one's happening.
So confirmed matches are Otis and Ziggler, Elias versus Corbin, Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley. Now that one is going to be a wild match.
It'll be a wild match, but I don't see the connection.
I don't either, but I think it's going to be great. Let's see. Street Profits versus Angel Garza and whoever they get to replace Andrade. You have an Intercontinental Championship match with Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. You have The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match. I'm curious.
Very curious
what the hell that is. And then you have Bayley versus Lacey Evans, Tamina versus.
Not too interested in the Bayley Lacey thing.
If Nia Jax came back, I'd be kind of stoked. But it's Bayley versus Lacey Evans, Tamina, Naomi, Sasha Banks. It's basically a. I forget what the hell they called that match. I'm drawing blanks right now. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte for the NXT Women's title. That's going to be. It's not a battle royale. It's I think it's just like a fatal 4-way. Oh yeah, it probably is a fatal 4 or 5-way because they pulled Dana Brooke from it. It was supposed to be a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Match.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it'll be a fatal 5-way.
Yeah. So Ripley and Flair, that's going to be good. Becky Lynch versus Baszler. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. You have Cena.
Baszler's a beast, man. You want to talk about? Let's
professional
sports people
real quick. Let's just list them off and we'll touch back on them. real
Okay.
quick. Cena, because I'm almost done. Cena versus The Fiend. And then you have Orton versus Edge in a last man standing match. And then we go back up into the Goldberg versus whoever and Lesnar versus McIntyre if that match happens. So overall, the match card's not bad.
McIntyre.
That McIntyre match is going to be bananas.
McIntyre is going to carry Lesnar.
Oh, 100%. And that's the thing, too. I feel like they have a mutual respect for each other, so you know they're going to put on a good match because they will work together.
Well, I damn sure hope so. I'm tired of watching fucking 55 German suplexes. Like,
at first, it was funny. Like, I bought the shirt, and now I just don't wear the shirt.
Suplex City.
Yeah. I bought that shit that day that came out. Let's see. What matches? Okay, well, how about this one? What about Orton and Edge? How do you think that's going to go if that happens? Because there's a rumor going around that that's not fucking happening.
Yeah, the rumor with Edge and stuff. I am not entirely sure how that match is going to go because I am very torn between who I like in that match.
Yeah.
Randy Orton has been my favorite wrestler for a very, very long time, and Edge has always been influential with me.
Yeah.
Especially because I like the Hardy Boys so much. You know, Edge is one of those guys where you love to hate him, you know?
Yeah, I love Edge so much that when I was younger, I tried to fight him at a gas station.
Ooh, let's get in that story.
You know, I don't want to get into that shit.
Get up in there.
Well, when you get older, you find out that, they stay in character. Back in the day, it was a big deal if you broke character at any time. So
Yeah,
he was being his bad because he was feuding with Cena. He was being a bad guy. So
yeah, with the good old spinner title.
That's water under the bridge. I think it's gonna be a good match, really, because given Edge's condition, his age, he's done.
Yeah, but Randy's phenomenal.
Well, not even that. He is one of the safest wrestlers to work with. I've heard that a million times. I believe that. I think Orton will help carry Edge. Whether he wins, whether he loses, they'll put a good match on.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
And that'll probably be the last time we see Edge.
Yeah, he's not gonna keep going. I don't see. Oh, I 100% believe that.
And that'll probably be the last time we see Edge.
Yeah, he's not gonna keep going. I don't see it anyway.
I'm surprised they let them do that chair shot shit.
Now he could pull what Sting wanted to do because Sting wanted to come back and he did want to stay, but that buckle bomb just.
Oh yeah, dude! Seth Rollins retired that man. He didn't even mean to.
That stupid buckle bomb.
I love.
He's hurt multiple people with that fucking thing.
I'm sorry, I love the buckle bomb.
I do too. It's just a dangerous move.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it definitely is. This is a fun one. Cena versus The Fiend. Now, my opinion, I'm not going to be mad at whoever wins or loses that match because I respect both of those wrestlers. I think that they put a good match on. What was it? How long was it? Was it 6 years ago?
What do you mean?
Fiend versus Cena. Was it 6 years ago?
I believe so.
I think
I could be wrong on that one, but
I'll check it. But either way, whenever they had their Mania match, I thought it was a great match. As Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. But I'm curious to see how they're going to do it since they had Bray Wyatt or The Fiend lose to Goldberg. They kind of broke that mysterious.
Yeah, they broke.
Yeah, thing.
No, they really did. They really did. They broke that kayfabe.
Yeah. So could he lose that? Yeah, he could.
Oh no, it's very possible.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess we'll see. There's not a whole lot to go off. I mean. They've been cutting great promos with it. Cena got a little dark on his promo, that taping of the empty arena where Bray Wyatt was there. So maybe we'll see that.
It did get quite a serious
turn before Cena goes away. I really don't think he's gonna.
He's not gonna go out as a heel. Come on now.
I don't know.
It's John Cena we're talking about here.
A girl can dream. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Let a woman have her thoughts.
Shut up. Eric, is there anything you want to add to these matches? Or sorry, Pound Town. Is there anything you want to add to these matches?
I don't know who this Eric is.
Me neither.
You're talking about.
I think we want to talk to the guy.
Do they sell footlongs?
Yeah, the guy behind the audio equipment.
Yeah.
I think you can get a footlong at a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Just go to concessions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't.
Throw it at the wrestler.
What's your opinion so far? I want to know.
Oh
yeah, I want to know. I like that's why we have you here. You know, the opinion on the person who's not in it like that. Like I want to see what the outsider's point of view is.
It's a lot of. It's kind of like if you've never taken a math. Well, okay, no, you've taken elementary math, and then all of a sudden you go and sit in on like calculus at ODU.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh Jesus.
See, that's how I feel when my friends start talking about cars. I can do this all day, but the second you bring up vehicles, I am fucking gone.
Well, and you said you never learned to read.
Yeah, I never.
Because earlier you were
I'm
talking
deaf,
about
so this
you
podcasting thing is really hard.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you think, Eric? Given the matches, how do you think that WrestleMania is going to go with the empty arena, the pre-recordings? It's not live. 2
The
days.
sick wrestlers, the fear of being sick. You know.
But
you say things weird.
Like, why even do it if there's no one there?
Exactly. Well, you're also putting people at risk with it too.
Money is why you do it.
Yeah. Well, I should already known it was the money thing, but
100%.
So,
because I mean, the wrestlers.
Sorry to interrupt,
but are
but
they gonna wrestle 6 feet away from each other?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they
sorry to
postpone
interrupt,
like
guys,
every other fucking
I have
sport on the planet.
I have a fun fact for y'all.
What? Is it fun, or is it something you just think's cool?
Very fun.
Tell me.
It's a little segment we like to call "On This Day in Wrestling History."
Oh, okay. We're just going to throw that in the middle of the mania.
March 27th, 2015, Samoa Joe appeared for the final time in Ring of Honor. And you know where he went next, didn't you?
Well, tell us.
Up your ass.
Okay.
Before David was like,
yeah, but,
this is a serious thing.
It was him
this
versus
is my life.
Jay Briscoe.
It was him versus Briscoe. Yeah, March 27th, 2015 for the Yep, that was his final match.
It's funny if you look at.
So
this
where'd he
picture,
go?
If you look at this picture for the pay-per-view, you see Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and shit in the background. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
But that's just a little fun fact today.
He was their longest reigning champion in history, holding 645 days for 2003 to 2004. It's pretty cool.
It's quite old, but pretty cool. All right.
Well, since you're doing a fun fact, surprise.
That's the fun fact.
Ooh,
surprise.
Today is Charlie Haas's birthday. Check that out.
Oh, Mr. Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas, I know you're not listening, but if you were, that'd be cool.
He will one day. They'll know
one day. We'll have him on the show. Hey, mark my words.
Yeah,
March 27th, 2021. Charlie
Haas avocados are named after him.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Do you want back?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Back on WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the NXT title. I mean, what do you think of that one, fellas?
I think Rhea Ripley is. I think she's decent.
I like her.
I like her. She brings some pizzazz to it.
She's very aggressive.
Yeah, she is. You know, she's all those simps out there love her.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know. That match is gonna be weird because if Charlotte wins, I'm gonna probably punt my fucking TV.
I'm sick and tired of Charlotte Flair. She doesn't have the same pop as her dad.
No.
Her dad was the heel of a lifetime. She is just annoying. I know that's gonna fucking.
Is a million years old and can still cut a hard fucking promo.
Yeah, man. That man could be on his deathbed and cut the hardest promo you ever heard.
And I'm sure he will.
He's styling, profiling, and stealing your bitches in heaven.
I mean, he's alive, so heaven won't work.
I meant I said on his deathbed.
I know, I'm being a dick.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Do that then.
I don't really want to touch on this one too much because I don't really care for it because I don't like Bayley. But Bayley versus Lacey versus Tamina versus Naomi and Sasha Banks. I really want Naomi to take it because they keep teasing that she's going to win a damn match.
I want it too, but the way WWE's going to do it is going to be like, Sasha Banks is a heel. She's winning.
And that's going to be another Bayley-Sasha feud again.
Which wouldn't make any sense because they're both heels.
Well, see, that's the thing, too, with the Rhea Ripley-Charlotte Flair match. It's a nice breath of fresh air because we're not seeing Charlotte and Becky or Charlotte and Sasha. It's Charlotte versus someone fucking else. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
but I
nice.
mean, didn't Charlotte wasn't it a Charlotte and Lacey Evans?
Uh,
No, I was Becky and Lacey Evans. I didn't really like that
yeah.
either.
Oh,
And then Lacey Evans
I
kind of
just
went
got a
like
text
babyface.
message. Mark, fun fact: we've officially hit 45 minutes on this bitch.
Oh shit!
Check that out.
Yeah, see? It just flows.
That's nice. Yeah. So, yeah. Next match.
Yeah. I mean, WrestleMania. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be 2 days.
When is
Tune in
it?
next week to hear our reactions and our.
When is
Tune in
it?
next week to hear our reactions and our comments on WrestleMania, or not next week, but after the week after WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna probably put another podcast. Well, I think we got one more we can do before Mania.
Yeah, we'll do one more where we'll talk up on the current events and everything that's confirmed.
Well, yeah, that one
And
we'll have
then
an updated match card for sure. But
after WrestleMania, we'll have our reactions on that good stuff. That'll be 2 weeks from now.
yeah,
But
if we do it right, we can. We'll stick to it. We'll try to release these every Saturday, unless there's a special occasion. But let's keep.
yeah,
it
we're
going.
gonna shoot for Saturday at noonish, 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't care when, to be honest.
Well, we'll
pretty-
figure that out whenever
Yeah.
whenever this goes live for y'all. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
set time every week.
Because we're talking in the past right now. From anyone listening.
Yeah,
They're in the
for
future.
anyone paying attention here, this is going to drop on Saturday. These are recorded and dated the day before. So when you hear this on the 28th, we are talking about the 27th.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be a little bit behind, but that's okay.
That's fine. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
It's first of all,
Oh,
it's
sorry,
Meat Mountain
Pound Town.
and OG Pound Town.
Meat Mountain OG Pound Town. What do you guys think about AJ Styles and the Undertaker match? Keep in mind,
In a fucking boneyard match.
whatever the fuck is that, like a Parkway Drive match or some shit?
Oh god. I wonder how
That
people
was
are
my
gonna get
hype
that
song
one.
for a while.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm looking at it right here and it says the Styles changed the match to a boneyard match. No rules for that were not explained. So that's probably going to be one of their off-site matches that they filmed.
Oh yeah. It's gonna because we haven't touched on that yet. But well, mute your mic then, man.
Hold
I want to hear his pain.
on. Shit.
All right. Well, anyway, let's just get through this. We are running on fucking 45 minutes here.
That's fine. We got all night.
Which is
We're
true.
almost
I mean,
done. Look,
No,
we still got
no.
coming up. Look, coming up, we still got. We're gonna talk about Mania real quick. We're gonna hit, burying wrestlers. We're gonna compare some ratings. We're gonna talk about some film and stuff, and then we're gonna answer some questions that we have had sent to us. So, let's finish up this Mania match card here. We are almost done with that.
Yeah. So don't worry.
Well, this is a big match here with Undertaker
It
and
may be
AJ
the
Styles.
biggest match on the
Even though details haven't been quite released yet, by the time you're listening to this, they may be, but as of right now, it's not. As of right now, SmackDown is on, and I am not watching it, so I don't know. But I don't know. AJ Styles is fucking. He's the phenomenal one. He's. I feel like he's definitely good enough to help Undertaker in areas where Undertaker needs help.
But is he so good that you think he'll beat Taker? I don't think Taker will lose this.
No, there's no way. Taker is nearing the end of his career. If he loses this match, I'm not even turning on. I'm not even going to click on fucking Fox or anything.
Did you catch his attire last week, dude?
Yeah,
my
dude, Dead
comes
Man
out
Incorporated,
American
man.
Badass. Oh,
Yes, American Badass. He just needs
That
to
would
come
be
on
nice
the
to
fucking
see.
bike. Now, look, I miss the American Badass character. That was who he really was as a person.
Yeah.
Undertaker is a gimmick. Like, I understand it's cool, whatever, but American Badass is who he is,
Yeah, it's still real to me. Damn it.
Still real to me,
Eating a
damn
slice
it.
of pizza.
Nice. I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, you guys think they keep putting
Huzzah.
Taker against these fast, super power wrestlers that are just above and beyond. But I feel like Styles has done enough to where he can help Taker carry himself.
Styles is a legend. Styles is
yeah.
a legend in the wrestling industry.
Oh, 100%. New Japan, all that shit. I think that's going to be a really good match. I think it'll be one of the better matches we've seen at Mania lately with Taker. Because I've noticed this thing. He looks great right up until WrestleMania. Then he comes out and looks like shit.
It's just the Undertaker look, man. If he came out as American Badass and he would be himself, I feel like he would look so much better. He would look like he would actually want to be there, you know?
I feel like he wants to. It's just he knows.
I
That
don't
he's
know,
coming to
man.
the
I
end of
don't
his
know.
road.
He's in that Legends contract. He's kind of there until he dies at
I
this
mean,
point.
the man's been wrestling almost about a year or two longer than I've been alive, at least in the WWE.
What's what I'm saying, man? We're talking about old.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got next? I don't know. We'll see Sunday. Oh, not Sunday. We'll see in April. Kevin Owens and Rollins. I'm excited for that one. I am so excited for that because Kevin Owens with them goddamn Stone Cold Stunners are just I love it.
Kevin Owens. I like Kevin Owens. I didn't always like Kevin Owens, but his character now is much better than it was.
He's a fan favorite. It's great. He has come from a heel character to this fan favorite. Like he can do whatever he wants, and everyone's going to lose it.
Isn't that quite funny how he went to babyface and Sami Zayn went to heel when it used to be the other way around?
Oh yeah, they've both flip flopped. That's pretty cool. I think it's gonna be a good match, man. They've been building that up properly. I really like it. I love seeing Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders and Joe and all those dudes run out and Rollins and Buddy Murphy. And
the Viking Raiders could do a little bit more, in my opinion. I feel like most of their matches are the same.
Oh yeah, they come out and powerhouse it.
Yeah, even when they're facing like good tag teams, like, Ivar does the fucking cartwheel every match or whatever. I feel like
it's okay. But Otis hitting the caterpillar every match is cool.
Yeah, but that's one of his things. That's like his move.
Okay, and the cartwheel's his fucking thing.
No, man. Okay,
I
just feel like their matches are the same now. Well, the reason why I feel like the Viking Raiders matches are the same is because I haven't seen them fucking lose.
That's fair. But didn't they lose to Rollins and Buddy Murphy?
Yeah, but they cheated. It's going to be a great one, and I feel like the outcome of this match determines Bryan's career.
See, that's the thing too. And actually, we got a question about that, and we'll get to that near the end.
Oh, we do. Wow, look at that.
And I haven't read off the questions. They're in the chat on Discord. Which, by the way, I haven't read off the questions. They're in the chat on Discord. Which, by the way, I think our Discord links on our Facebook. We shared enough. Whoever's listening, if you want to get in, we have a fully open chat so everyone can talk and ask questions, and you can give us.
Oh yeah, definitely join our Discord. Shoot some shit with us. Somebody's always active.
Let's see. We already touched on that match. Alistair and Bobby Lashley. We touched on that. The only two things left are Elias versus Corbin, and then Otis versus Ziggler. I feel like those are going to be good. We'll probably see some closure with Otis and Ziggler's drama.
Yeah, I think they're going to give Otis this win, and I think I think it was a good storyline. Now it's kind of getting pushed under the rug
a little bit,
but I think it's pretty good. And pushed under the rug
a little bit,
but I think it's pretty good. And as far as the other match that you mentioned goes, I feel as what's his name? What was that match again?
Which one?
The
Elias
other one,
and Corbin?
Yeah, no. 100% Elias is going to win that match.
Oh, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Hardy interfered somehow. Because think about it.
That would be nice.
It would, because think about it. Jeff Hardy's first match back was with Corbin, and then Elias
interfered.
Run interference. Maybe that'll start a legitimate feud with one of them after this match.
I hope so.
Yeah. And that's really it for WrestleMania. So we got all those matches. We got Gronk hosting it. Well,
and don't worry, guys. It's kind of sporadic on this episode, but next week we'll be more in detail with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's our next topic, Mark?
Next topic is going to be.
We can touch on burying wrestlers.
What in the hell are they doing with Ricochet?
Ricochet, shit. Asuka, Ricochet. Look what they did to poor Shinsuke. They gave him the title, but they
ripped it fucking away with him, made him a fucking lackey for Sami Zayn.
I don't know, because you gotta keep in mind, Asuka was undefeated on her entire NXT career once, wasn't that? Was it entire or almost entire? I don't remember.
Almost?
I think it was almost. A good majority of her NXT career, she was undefeated. She was this unstoppable force. Comes to WWE.
Oh, no, she was completely undefeated because she came to WWE and she was undefeated. She was completely undefeated.
Yeah, and then they bring over here Bodied, Ricochet, dude. Him and Aleister Black as a tag team, greatest shit ever.
No, dude, him and Cedric Alexander last week or this
Yo,
week.
that shit. Cedric Alexander gets down. I love that dude.
He does, man. He doesn't get any credit. He's another one. He goes in that list with Ricochet.
Oh, I agree.
Ricochet is talented enough to be the fucking champion.
Oh, I think
100%. 100%.
But
will it ever happen? I don't know. Because look how long it took for somebody like Kofi to fucking get it.
11 years.
Exactly. It took Kofi 11 years, and Kofi and Ricochet are really similar if you look at it.
That match would be great to see those two.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't get. It's almost like Vince and the creative staff go, huh? The fans like them. Nah, let's have a funeral. Let's bury him. I don't know. Ricochet is a great wrestler. Yeah. He's very energetic, and you haven't seen him. I'm pretty sure you haven't seen him since the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view.
It just this month. He was on there.
Yeah, and because he did that and he lost to Riddick Moss, which makes no fucking sense.
Not at all.
He's too good of an athlete. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know. And then it just doesn't make sense what they do. They take really great talent. They buried Enzo and Cass. Granted, that whole thing was a little different.
That ended sour for everyone.
Before that thing, though, I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know. And then it just doesn't make sense what they do. They take really great talent. They buried Enzo and Cass. Granted, that whole thing was a little different.
That ended sour for everyone.
Before that thing, though, they did kind of get on and more into the shallow end of the pool. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff they could do to make these wrestlers great. Like Braun Strowman. Remember how he started? Just ridiculous, crazy strong, big guy, Wyatt family, all that jazz. And then they fucking have that man lose to, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, and Cesaro 3-on-1? Like, that's just stupid to me.
Yeah,
but I'm also being biased.
I agree.
I'm being biased because I really like Braun Strowman.
Well, no, I get it. I agree. I'm with you on that one. I like Braun Strowman as well. Now, the whole 3-on-1 thing, I just thought that was fucking dumb. And you want to talk about waste of talent? You want to talk about waste of talent? I want to add in Cesaro as well because he could be a great singles competitor.
Yeah.
And here he is on another team, being another lackey for somebody. And I think he's better in a team.
Yeah.
But
my whole thing is, I thought with Sami Zayn winning the title, we would get to see like a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way with Braun, Cesaro, Shinsuke.
Because I feel like we've been kind of biased to WWE.
Yeah. And keep in mind, we're not completely trying to shit on WWE. We're just
no, not at all. I just feel like we're talking a little much. Let's switch over to AEW. Switch it up a little bit. It's going to be kind of a hard transfer, but roll with it. Did you watch Dynamite?
Dog. That Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho promo. Yes, I watched it.
Yeah, we want to talk about. You want to talk about empty stadiums and how to use them? AEW's fucking got it.
Oh yeah, they get their other wrestlers out in the crowd hanging out. Yeah, MJF and what is it? Not Wardlow. What the fuck's his name? Sean Spears out there talking shit, taking bets. Dude, it's the funniest shit.
Oh yeah. It's much more authentic. If anybody watched Dynamite, you'll know what I'm talking about when we say Matt Hardy's entrance. But
dude,
the teleporting
was the
down,
majestic shit.
Yeah, teleporting down the fucking seating area was insane for me. I loved it. I loved every second of it. The whole promo, the way Jericho talks, his smart aleck comments.
When he
called just went together.
Whole of the ass.
The whole of the ass.
I lost my fucking mind.
I can't wait for that merch. I cannot wait for that merch.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, maybe you're paying attention because you want to talk about old wrestling and you don't know what Matt Hardy's doing now. Again, we'll post the cameo video I got for my birthday so you can kind of see what Matt Hardy's doing as far as his character goes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Fucking mind.
I can't wait for that merch. I cannot wait for that merch.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, maybe you're paying attention because you want to talk about old wrestling and you don't know what Matt Hardy's doing now. Again, we'll post the cameo video I got for my birthday so you can kind of see what Matt Hardy's doing as far as his character goes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched
If you're ever a fan of Impact, you'll know what the character is.
Exactly. I just hope they never bring Willow back, please.
No, I didn't like it, man. I didn't like it.
That was so
but that was crazy. The match between
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega for the AAA title.
Wasn't that him and Sammy? Yeah, it was Sammy.
Guevara. Yeah, him and Guevara. That was a really good match for the AAA title.
Dude, the Spanish God, man. I love that dude. He is
great. Let me tell you something.
I love the whole
I think he is the best young wrestler on the circuit right now.
I mean, I believe it. He's definitely one of the youngest.
Yes, he is, man. He's just I just like him. I like him as a heel. I like him all together.
Yeah.
Now
I'm a big fan of how when they have a crowd. I'm a big fan of how the audience sings Jericho's intro out loud. Like, I think that's really cool, and it's ultimate flex. Like you,
so when it comes down to it, man,
and the fans sing it when you come out. Like, that is flex.
Exactly. So, are you going with Jericho's team or the Elite?
What, Blood and Guts? Whenever they have it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I got to go with the Elite because I think that they lost to segue into Matt Hardy coming back, and I think he will be the savior. Damascus, man, he is 3,000 years old.
He is 3,000 years old.
And I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a great match. I feel like we're going to see some vintage Matt Hardy. And I feel like they're going to win. And maybe this will be where Hangman turns on Kenny because they've been teasing it. They have been teasing it. So we'll see. But I really feel like the Elite is going to take this one.
I fucking hope so.
What do you think?
As well. Yeah, let's check in with our tech guy over here.
I think he's Eric or Pound Town. Are you back? No, he just texted me he had to go potty. So
okay, well, tech guy's in the bathroom. We're gonna continue the talk.
Here's what I don't like. I do not like where Cody Rhodes' fucking neck tattoo is.
Oh my god, that is it's so
abrasive.
It's so bad.
It's a nice tattoo. Cody. I like the tattoo.
Oh, it's a good quality tattoo.
It's great, and I
love the placement was not great.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go into this. Okay, so since we just talked about WWE and we just talked about AEW, let's talk about NXT a little bit.
See, now with that, I don't watch it too much. I've been watching it a little bit more since I'm doing the fantasy league, and I couldn't watch it for a while because that's the nights I had band practice. But now that I don't have that band anymore, I can watch AEW, I can watch NXT, I can get back into it. So you take the lead on this one.
I got you. So we're gonna look at the. We're definitely gonna look at the results. Yesterday, was it not yesterday? Day before yesterday, on Wednesday night. Let's check and see what was going on here.
I tell you who I love on NXT, my boy Keith Lee.
Oh man, everybody loves Keith Lee. Come on now.
Bask in his glory.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You see Velveteen lock Adam Cole in that fucking cage?
Actually, I didn't.
Dude, okay, so I believe it was Velveteen and Kyle O'Reilly. Or no, was it Kyle O'Reilly? No, it was Roderick Strong. Because he had Marina on his tights and all this shit, starting shit, whatever. They had a cage match that night on NXT. It started with a cage match. It was a women's cage match, and it ended on Velveteen versus Roderick Strong. And it was a great match. It was really cool. It ended with Roderick winning because they tried to interfere, and Adam Cole got in the ring. Velveteen locked the fucking cage shut and beat the shit out of him. It was the coolest. I loved it. Now we got that going. I love Velveteen Dream. I like how he came back. I love how they made his entrance. I just like his charisma. That whole persona is great. I really, really like Velveteen Dream.
All right, so let's switch over to the match card here. So you had Austin Theory and Tyler Breeze. Don't really follow too much on Theory. Everyone knows who Tyler Breeze is. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch this.
Yeah, Breeze actually ended up winning. Austin Theory is a very young wrestler. He's very talented. But Breeze, you know how he came out, he did his normal taunting thing, and he ended up actually winning the match, which is pretty not the greatest match of the world.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good for a rookie.
Yeah.
You had Killian Dane. I think he won.
I like Killian Dane.
Oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're running through this one quickly.
I'm curious about this Triple H Ciampa thing with Gargano.
Me fucking too. We'll get to that. Cameron Grimes and Tony Nese. Nese obviously takes the loss again. I really don't understand why he's always losing, but whatever.
Dude, Tony Nese, I see that's that burying shit, and it's weird that NXT to bury people.
Yeah, well, that's Triple H, man.
I don't know. I mean, the man knows what he's doing more than Vince, in my opinion. So, hey, maybe he's got something planned. I don't know.
I don't know. The ladder match qualifier, which I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to, I kind of checked out at that point. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Shirai,
Io Shirai,
whatever. Yeah, Shirai. She came back.
Io Shirai. She was able to come back, and she
qualified. So that was actually. I mean,
Malcolm Bivens finally debuted. He something to do to beat Matt Riddle. Yeah, because Pete Dunne was stuck in England, so.
Yeah, see,
I love the Broserweights. I love that fucking tag team. I think that's a great tag team. I thought those are two completely different wrestlers. And I think that's why they work so well. They're both very different with technicalities. In my opinion.
Sure. Oh, moving on. I'm trying to move through this one kind of quickly. Dominic and Damian Priest challenged Keith Lee. After Keith, because Keith Lee attacked Dominic a couple weeks ago.
He hurt that man.
yeah, exactly. But they both challenged him for the NXT North American Championship, right? Yeah, that's what it is. So that was pretty cool. Cool little promo there. And
cage side
NXT really didn't
overall B.
Really?
I know the whole show an overall B. Okay, well, that's not bad. Cage side seats has some really.
I don't know. I wasn't all the way in it. I was watching mostly AW at the time.
Same.
So I can't talk too much about this one this week because I really wasn't in it. But I know Candice LeRae won in her qualifier. So that's always nice. I love Candice LeRae. Roderick Strong loses again. Obviously, he loses to Matt Riddle, though. Matt Riddle is a beast of a wrestler.
Dude.
Freaking real. It's just like when Orange Cassidy puts the hands in the pocket.
Dude, don't get me started on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
You think he's playing pocket pool?
Probably. Maybe squeezing some juice.
And then, Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano start to get in it. Triple H comes out, demands a stop to it. So we'll see how that goes. That was a great promo. I did watch the end of that one.
I didn't get to see that.
That was actually a really good promo. If you want to go back and pull up the video on that, it was really good.
No matter if Ciampa and Gargano feud, if they work together, it's always a great show because those two are well-versed with wrestling, they're well-versed with communication, and they're well-versed with working with other athletes. They make it work. They put on pay-per-view quality matches every fucking time you see them.
Oh, every time.
I just can't wait for Ciampa to get Goldie,
Oh yeah, I love Ciampa. I think he's my favorite NXT wrestler on the roster right now. I do like Keith Lee a lot,
I'm stuck between Keith Lee and Velveteen on that one.
Yeah, I get the appeal, but I love Ciampa. I love Ciampa. I think he's my favorite NXT wrestler on the roster right now. I do like Keith Lee a lot,
I'm stuck between Keith Lee and Velveteen on that one.
Yeah,
Keith Lee and Velveteen on that one.
Yeah, I get the appeal, but I love Ciampa. I love his wrestling style. He just knows what the fuck he's doing, to put it frank.
Keith Lee, I lost my mind at Rumble. When Keith Lee came out and Lesnar's in the ring. You see Lesnar audibly mouth, "Oh, that's a big boy." Yeah, that was great. But
Yeah.
you know, I guess
All right. So since we're on the top NXT and AEW, let's roll into the.
but
Yeah.
you know, I guess
All right. So since we're on the top NXT and AEW, let's roll into the next subject on ratings because I actually have the ratings pulled up here.
oh, I see what you flip flopped me here. That's why I got thrown off of what we were doing.
Flip flopped you there. So the ratings, NXT. Although I didn't think it was the greatest show they put on, most of the people did. It was up 23% at roughly 670,000 viewers, and AEW actually was down with the return of Damascus Hardy. AEW
What
was
site
down.
are you on? Reading that.
This was on Wrestling Insider.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good with their stuff. I like
Yeah,
that.
so AEW with the return of Damascus Hardy was actually down. They still topped NXT with 820,000 consistent viewers. So as you can see just from those numbers there, AEW is winning that Wednesday Night War currently, but we'll see how that goes with the upcoming takeover.
Oh yeah, I think that would be great. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like a lot of the ratings are dropping because it's got to be tossed up between the COVID-19. Maybe they think these are just overall boring shows. I mean, there's a lot of factors in there because people, I don't think, understand. Well, maybe now they do more than ever that the crowd really, really makes the show. They
It's fucking
it
great.
makes it fun. It makes it have that nice, nostalgic, youthful, just excitement to it. And saying that WWE, but without that crowd, you don't have that drive. Imagine us all together watching, now disregard the coronavirus shit, but all of us watching WrestleMania this year with no crowd. We're going to pop, but it's not going to be the same pop as if we're feeding off that live audience. It's really hard to do. So I feel like that has a lot to do with the ratings. People just aren't feeling it. So maybe they're changing the channel. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Yeah. But who knows? It could just be people maybe they're just not watching it. Maybe it was just bad booking. I mean, it could be a couple things.
Yeah, so far, AEW hasn't done me wrong. I guess I could be biased because I do really enjoy it, but so far,
Yeah,
I've
and see,
pretty much
I'm
liked
trying not
everything
to
they've done.
completely shit on WWE.
Oh no,
Like,
for sure.
WWE was there. I grew up with WWF. I grew up with it. It was one of my favorite things. I used to fight because that's the thing too. My brother would always want to watch WCW when he did like wrestling, and we would fight over me watching WWE, him want to watch that. You know, so it's always been there, and I respect it and I love it because that's kind of where I got that learn how to crawl before I could walk into wrestling, and I really
I get it.
yeah. So I mean I get it. And
Yeah, I catch what you're
AEW is just kind of, huh?
I catch what you're
What?
throwing.
Let's check on our boy. Let's check on our boy over here. What's up,
Yeah,
Mr.
Eric.
Tech Guy? What's up,
Pound
Mr.
Town.
Pound Town?
How's your potty?
Oh, well, I just had to panic eat Tums.
But I mean, Eric. I mean, what do you think about with the empty arenas and stuff? I mean, do you think that has something to do with ratings going down,
Rating loss.
or do you,
Well, yeah,
what do you think would cause, as an outsider's perspective, who has no idea what's going on? Why do you think AEW and NXT ratings dropped down significantly this week compared to others?
Maybe people get pissed that they can't go to it, or I don't know.
But you would think
Maybe it's
people
just
not being able to
weird.
go would cause ratings to go up.
Yeah, because everyone would be
Now that
home
they're not
anyway.
live, they're going to be watching it.
Yeah.
But
Maybe because they
that's
don't.
why.
Maybe the crowd like hypes the shit. So
100%.
Without
think
the
about
crowd,
this way.
it's like just watching. Like I could go to Wawa at 2 a.m. and see two assholes fight in the parking lot for free. I don't
Yeah.
have to pay for it.
Just
I
let
mean,
everybody know
And I
think
we're
about
on the
guarantee
East
there will
Coast
be a
and we
fight
have Wawa.
every morning at the Wawa.
Oh yeah, we have
by
Wawa
my house.
here. Sheets is better, but whatever. Think about this. So I play music. I play live shows. If there's no crowd, I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to do the crazy
But yeah,
shit
exactly.
as much. So maybe the wrestlers have that same thing. They're still trying to
Yeah,
put
the
on
wrestlers
all they
might
can.
phone it in a little bit.
Well, there's just
no
this
one there.
natural
Fuck it.
euphoric excitement kind of thing you get from a live crowd. Like you don't intentionally try harder. Your body just releases like this superpower, knowing that there's fans, knowing people are cheering, they're saying your name, they're singing your song. So maybe
Yeah.
they're just not competing at 1,000% because they can't channel that excitement. So maybe it's not making the
And I would
ratings
think
good
it'd be
because the matches
awkward for
aren't
them
worth it.
too, because all the sound would just echo. Like, it's not being absorbed
does.
into bodies, so it's like,
If you
Definitely
if you
echoes
go
like
back-
the ring sound.
yeah.
if you go back
The
and
mat.
watch the Jericho Hardy promo, I'm pretty sure they're in an open arena, like there's no roof. It echoes so loud. But the
Yeah.
cool thing is, and now this is where it goes into one thing about difference with them is WWE doesn't really acknowledge that there's no audience. Where AEW, Jericho referenced
owns
it,
that
and
shit.
Matt, both of them referenced the fact that there was no crowd, and they've done it a couple times. Other wrestlers in AEW since this outbreak with the whole.
I just like how Jericho owns that. He said, I told everyone they can't come back.
Until I say so, and it's great.
Yeah.
But then you
Like,
got
it
Matt
turned
Hardy
into a
saying,
storyline.
reference the fact that there was no crowd, and they've done it a couple times. Other wrestlers in AEW since this outbreak with the whole.
I just like how Jericho owns that. He said, I told everyone they can't come back.
Until I say so, and it's great.
Yeah.
But then you
Like,
got
it
Matt
turned
Hardy
into a
saying, "Look in
storyline."
section seat here, you see there's Abe Lincoln." Like, that was awesome. Like, they're utilizing what they have that's crippling them and making it part of the show. So I think
100%.
that's why a lot of people tune into AEW more, because no matter what challenges that company faces, they make it work. Whereas WWE, it seems like they kind of just go, on to the next thing.
I mean, they were 180,000 from 1 million viewers on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. You know
Like,
what they say?
That's 820,000.
Wednesdays are for the boys. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like once this whole COVID-19 thing blows over, we'll start seeing ratings go up, because I just have this really big feeling that a lot of it has to do with fans not being able to go to the shows. They kind of feel discouraged. Maybe that's why they're not watching it. I could be wrong. And hopefully people listening to this, they'll go back and maybe they know something we don't know. I would really appreciate that. Again, most of this stuff is opinionated. Anything that we say that's
We'll
fact,
post a post. We're
know.
going to post on our social media a post podcast thread where y'all can chime in on our statements during the podcast.
Yeah, and again, eventually we'll get to doing this live. But again, this was recorded on the 27th of March, so tomorrow is not the day we recorded it.
Yes, so we will be in the past.
I think people
So-
understand calendars.
Sometimes I don't.
Surprised.
Have you ever had a leap year?
Unless they're a wrestling
hard.
fan.
I don't-
Am I right?
I can't.
Just kidding.
Oh my!
Oh,
Oh, throwing shots, Joy. You're gonna get some hate comments now.
Everyone
I feel
hates
like
me
Eric.
anyway.
I feel like Pound Town's going to be that guy that like no one. I feel
Hates
like
me
Eric.
anyway.
I feel like Pound Town's going to be that guy that like no one
Likes.
agrees with.
Yeah,
on any-
that's the whole point, though. I want to have Josh on one of these.
Well,
honestly.
he's going to be our. He's going to be our. Oh yeah, yeah. Once Josh gets through and has some free time, I would love to bring him on this. So.
You know, Nick would love this.
Oh yeah, dude. Trust me. Once we build a little bit more of a fan base, get some more listeners, and we kind of get our sea legs
hang of it
here,
a little bit.
we're gonna start
Our
bringing
sea
some
legs.
people in.
Oh, I don't know if we have mentioned, but this is literally our first ever podcast together.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever recorded a
So
podcast.
forgive us if we're bantering
So-
off too much or goofing off. You know, it's fun. It's something we've been wanting to do for a while.
Constructive criticism, we will gladly
Yeah.
accept.
I came up with this idea a couple weeks ago, and then I told Mark once, and then Mark went and instantly came up with a name and made it happen. So honestly, Mark's the reason I'm actually even doing this. So I appreciate that.
Oh, fuck yeah. I went ahead and ran with it, man. I wasn't letting that shit die.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, let's
Well-
get on. I guess we're gonna start to
wait.
wrap this up. What's up, Eric?
Oh,
Listener questions.
I was thinking of, because remember the idea wasn't original podcast. It was like videos of you ranting, and then you like throwing Marina into walls.
Okay, you can't say shit like that. I never said Marina. I said we would do. It would be essentially like a live on you specifically, and you would say something dumb like, "I'm like, oh, I think Goldberg deserved to beat the Fiend," and I'd take this chair and I'd hit you with it, and that would be my hook, my goofy thing, my trademark move. Whether
Yeah.
you survived or not, that's on you. So
Domestic David. Yeah.
yeah. So eventually, that's my wrestling name. So eventually we'll get to where. That's my wrestling name. So eventually we'll get to where we can do live ones. I would like to live stream a pay-per-view during a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, in our living room here, where we can have a good time. We can set it up and make it look like a bunch of middle-aged dudes watch wrestling, and it would be a good old time.
Yeah.
We'll get to that down the road. Maybe we'll do that like on a 1-year anniversary. I don't know.
So, David, if you want to hop into some listener questions that we had set up from earlier in the day.
So to bring you guys up to speed, I put up a post with some of the topics we were covering, asked people to submit questions. Some of these are going to be repeated or different questions from the same people. This is just how we kind of counteract not being able to do this live. So let's start here. Well, I don't know how to. This isn't really a question, I think. Brian shouts out to the Southtown boys.
Oh,
Jericho is the
Plug
GOAT.
the Southtown boys.
Oh, I love the Southtown boys. If you want to meet a great group of guys and gals that are into gaming, or you just want a really good friend, whatever, look them up on Facebook. They're Brian shouts out to the Southtown boys.
oh,
Jericho is the GOAT.
Plug the Southtown boys.
Oh, I love the Southtown boys. If you want to meet a great group of guys and gals that are into gaming, or you just want a really good friend, whatever, look them up on Facebook. They're a bunch of great people. And actually, I got these sick, nasty pit vipers. From a collection of them, as well as my girlfriend. They all threw down and got me this for my birthday. So shouts out to them fellas and ladies there.
yeah. Well, I got you
But
a
Brian
Matt Hardy
asked-
video.
Oh yeah, that too. But the Brian question is: Jericho is the GOAT, yes, and Vince needs to go. What do you think of that, Mark?
Okay, so is Jericho the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
I would have to say no.
Ooh,
I'd say it's Bam Bam
Now-
Bigelow.
hey, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He was in major
shit.
pain.
I can't say Jericho is the GOAT. Now he is definitely top 10, but I just can't bring myself to say he is the GOAT, especially when you have people like if you're talking about all of wrestling.
And I don't know. You can't really take that title from The Rock like that. You just can't.
I can't say The Rock is the greatest either because he gave up on wrestling.
Yeah, for Hollywood, but
He walked away, man. Like I mean, you could sit here and make the argument Stone Cold is the GOAT.
he's one of the greatest, but he's not the GOAT.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that's a
You
big
can make
move
the
for me, baby.
argument. So
it
in
The
your
Rock?
opinion, do you think Jericho is the greatest of all time?
Honestly, as of right now, lately, he is, or he's not far from it, man. I mean,
We're talking about all. This is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's what
not the
GOAT
greatest
means.
of now.
David
I know what GOAT means.
Shadows.
It's an acronym. Eric
David
Pound
Ray
Town.
Shadows.
Oh, all right. Meat sweats. I got it.
That's me.
You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Yes. Ooh. All right. Meat sweats. I got it.
That's me.
You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Yes, I think Jericho is the greatest of all time.
You what's your argument? Come on, let's debate.
Nah, we gotta save that. That's gonna be a long night. Look, the dude's done everything. He's charismatic.
Okay, so short answer,
Do a
you say
GOAT
yes. Short
episode.
answer, I say no.
Yeah.
Ric Flair is the greatest of all time. I don't care what you have to say.
That's fine.
16 WWE title reigns. He's the greatest ever to cut a promo. Everything
Do you know
he
what I
touches
wish would
golden.
happen to spite you? Cena would beat his record.
You know what? Fuck John Cena.
Hey,
Fuck John Cena.
he's not here
John
to defend
Cena,
himself.
you can't see him anyway.
That's fair. Eric, what do you think? Pound Town?
He said Bam Bam Bigelow, man.
Oh,
The
is it because he had played a big role in Major
snap
Pain?
into a Slim Jim.
Macho Man?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Did
Macho
he
Man,
die?
that's a good one.
Yeah. He died in like a
Yes, he
he
did.
had like some crazy cardiac or car wreck, crazy.
Oh
shit.
yeah, I think you remember you telling me about that. If only he had health insurance.
He died of a heart attack.
It's all those Slim Jims, dude.
Yeah,
Heart attack?
he had a heart attack while driving.
Oh,
his-
those fucking Slim Jims.
He had a heart attack while driving
Ooh,
his
yeah.
Jeep Wrangler in Florida.
Oh,
While driving, he hit a
Florida, of
tree.
course.
Wow.
Yeah, Florida man. Let's see here.
So part 2 of the question, does Vince McMahon need to go? That answer is straight up
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Man
So,
does not to go. Vince
If
McMahon
he
may
would
not
give-
be like he's been doing this for how long? He knows what he's doing.
he's-
he
He
went
may
from
be
ring
fucking us over
announcer-
now,
he
but he's
went
gonna
from-
give us what I want
He went
eventually.
from what, commentary to
Mm,
Yeah, he was a
Backstage.
announcer. He was a ringside announcer while his dad was owning it, and then he bought it from his dad.
yeah, that's it.
he's
That's
got a
it.
weird body too.
Yeah.
You remember when he was on the roids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah,
I
he
feel
used
like
to be
he needs
roided
go is
out.
because you have Triple H there. Give it to Triple H. Let Triple H do what you can't do.
But that'll be when the time comes. Like I'm not going to just say
I know, and I'm
Vince
thankful
out
for
the
everything that we
door.
have
It's not going to happen.
from WWE. I just wish he would treat people better. But that's just me, and I'm not going to get too into that conversation there because that's going to take up quite some time. Yeah. Next question, maybe.
Next question. Okay, so let's see. This is from Josh. Honestly, do you think both companies are going to recover quick enough after all of this virus shit blows over? Mainly as WWE to recover after the Mania blow. For sure. We're talking about WWE here. We're talking about Raw being the longest live show on television. Longest
Well, keep in
ongoing
mind
live show on
too,
television.
you have people like Green Shirt Guy, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm not explaining it. If you know that legend. You have these diehard fans that are itching and scratching and chomping at the bit, if you will. That's every time I die plug there. To get in to see these live events. The second this whole coronavirus thing goes away, and we can get back to our
tickets
daily...
are skyrocketing.
Oh yeah, the tickets
attendance is
skyrocketing.
skyrocketing.
People are going to go. They're going to show up. I think there's going to be no problem. AEW, all of it. I don't think there's going to be a problem with them recovering. I really don't. I can see why that would be an issue. Because we're going on almost a month of them shooting to an empty audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Pound Town?
Hot dags.
Okay. Well, hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Okay.
You like dags?
All right,
You like
Mr.
dags?
Joe with the next question. Does Matt Hardy's new character seem forced? Okay, I
Fuck
have
no.
a big opinion on this. Number one, what do you mean by new character?
Remember,
Because
he's
to
Damascus
me,
now.
I know he's Damascus, but he's still the delete woken Matt Hardy. He's just identifying himself as Damascus.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. We'll see,
And
I guess.
and it is in no way forced because this is Matt Hardy created this character.
He's too good at
himself.
it to be forced.
He's done it multiple times. He created this character himself. In no way is this character forced, in my opinion, and I absolutely love it.
When I first got
Any comments on that?
birthday video for David, I thought he was having a stroke, but I didn't know his
See?
character, so I was like, "What the?" And then
That's how good
once
he
I
is.
learned that that's how he is, and then I watched it again, I was like, "Okay, well, this is pretty genuine."
I need you to. I got to send you the video from him this week with Chris Jericho because I feel like you seeing that will make more sense of that character.
Yeah, you have to watch the whole. Yeah,
the final deletion, all that shit.
Oh, so next question is some gossip and not confirmed. Brody Lee, aka, as you know him, if you're a WWE fan, you would know him as Luke Harper, reveals Triple H offered to send him to New Japan while under a WWE contract. Now that to me,
Brianna. Okay, our friend Brianna sent that in. I was like, who the fuck?
That to me just sounds like a rumor because number one, WWE does not do that. I mean, you never see a WWE character wrestle on anything other than WWE.
I mean, that is true.
It's a little bit, iffy. Now, is it possible? Yeah, but why New Japan?
Yeah, of all places, like they're like one of their competitions.
Yeah. So that's short and sweet for me. If you have any comments to add, go ahead. But
I could see how something like that could come up, but I just that particular one I don't feel is true. Now, if I'm wrong, and again, if people know something that we don't know, if people do, hit us up. But let's see here. Oh, this is a fun one because this question took me to a trip. Brian asks, who would win, Young Bucks or the Hardys? Now, that caught me off because we've seen that match, but he goes on to continue with in their prime. So,
Hardys, you're talking about Young Bucks now
like
and then Hardys in the early 2000s.
All day I'm going with Hardys on that. I have to.
Oh,
I'm
biased.
Yeah. I'm so biased. Hardys.
In the early 2000s.
All day I'm going with Hardys on that. I have to
Fuck
bias.
Yeah.
I'm so biased by that.
I'm biased too, but actually it depends. In a regular tag team match with regulation rules, the Young Bucks would win.
Young Bucks,
the Young Bucks would win.
That Team Extreme shit.
Team Extreme ladder match, no DQ, false count anywhere, Hell in a Cell. I don't care. Anything Hell in a Cell. I don't care. Anything that adds something organic to the match the Hardys are going to win.
I'm not gonna argue with that. So, that's all I got to say about that.
I'm gonna go to this one. I want to go to this one here. As we touched on this earlier, and I mentioned we'd come back to it.
Is it Daniel?
It's going to be the Daniel Bryan.
I want to save that because we only got one more. I want to save that one because we're going to know more on that because this one here I don't know much on. So let's knock that one out. Let's save that big one for the end. I think that's a good one to go out on.
Okay.
So Josh asked, do you think Killer Cross will succeed or fail in NXT once he makes his debut? Now, I don't know Killer Cross, so you might have to refresh me on that because from what I'm hearing, he's from Impact, I believe.
Cross, I haven't followed his career too much. I don't really want to say too much on Killer Cross, unfortunately.
See right here, Google, former Impact star. Yeah, so he was on Impact. I'm not really seeing pictures of it. I don't know. I didn't really watch a lot of Impact.
I stopped watching Impact when fucking
I don't
Dudley Boy.
recognize a lot of Impact.
I stopped watching Impact when fucking when Dudley Boys left. Once the Dudley Boys and the Hardys left, I had no reason to watch Impact.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know, man. I going off of stuff I don't know. If
I want to see Moose in WWE.
Yeah, I feel like
Impact faithful.
I wish they would bring back beer money, but I feel like Killer Cross will do fine. I don't know of him that well, but a lot of Impact stars that have moved to bigger companies seem to have done pretty well. Like that Lance dude on AEW. That dude got a big pop because of Jay.
It's hit or miss, man. Because look what they're doing with like Robert Roode, EC3. He's completely gone.
That was wasted talent.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, it's hit or miss. We'll see.
Yeah. But here's the one you've been waiting on.
Let's touch on this. We touched on it earlier. I mentioned it earlier
when
we were talking about his WrestleMania match.
Our buddy Brian here.
I 100% agree he should walk away.
But even if he wins, I feel like he'd rather go out on a victory than a loss.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make any sense.
I know, but it's WWE.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't matter, and the rules don't make any fucking sense.
Well, keep it short and sweet, Daniel Bryan. If I'm talking to you, Daniel Bryan, if you fucking lose this match, sit down. Sit down, man. There's no point in risking another neck injury and getting paralyzed for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You've done your gig. You're in history. You're one of the greatest. Leave it be, man.
I mean, they're already pushing it with what they're doing with Edge, so don't be another, statistic on wrestling of injuries and stuff. And another thing,
exactly.
and real quick, if you go on Vice and watch Dark Side of the Ring, they touch on the concussions and being wheelchair bound. And that's something we'll
come back to that. Yeah, we'll come back to
that. Maybe we'll wait till the end of the season of Beyond the Ring or Dark Side of the Ring and talk about it. But maybe we'll wait till the end of the season of Beyond the Ring and or Dark Side of the Ring and talk about it. But they go into a lot of the concussion stuff and all that. And Daniel Bryan's had those. He's had the neck injuries. Do you want to see this man wheelchair bound? Or do you, or worse, or do you want to see him live a nice, happy life? And that's kind of where it comes down to. Like, I would love to see the dude wrestle until he could just stop whenever. But
for sure,
I would like to see the guy. He's made a name. That dude went from losing in like 3 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
To being one of the biggest icons, at least in my opinion, in WWE.
Oh, the Yes Movement's one of the biggest things, for sure.
Team Hell No, that was a fun one, too.
Yes, it was.
But, that's just me. I feel like this will be his last match.
Sure.
Team Hell No, that was a fun one, too.
Yes, it was.
But, that's just me. I feel like this will be his last match.
Like I said, it depends on if he wins or loses. Hopefully he wins it. If he loses, like I said, go ahead and just take the boots off, hang them up.
Yeah.
If he wins and he looks good while doing it, just be safe. That's all I can say. I don't want to see another tragic injury to one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh no, I agree.
So that seems to be all we have for everyone today. I feel like this was a good little first podcast, guys. How about y'all?
I enjoyed it. I was a little anxious at first, but once you start talking, man, because I
get in the flow.
the sound of my voice, but you know, it just kind of feels like you're just having a nice
Yeah,
conversation.
I had to get
with
used to the
friends.
sound of your voice a long time ago.
Yeah, same. Hey, Eric, do you like a mirror? Yeah, we'll get into some backstories later on in the show, but that's a fun one.
This is
But
a
no,
long
I
ass
had a good
first
time.
episode.
I'm kind of glad because we were shooting for 45 minutes. And what are we at, Pound Town?
An hour and 34.
I'm
Good.
cool with
That's a
that,
good
and
time.
I really hope that all of you that could sit through this enjoyed it. You understand this is our first one. We kind of have no idea what we're doing. At least Mark and I don't.
Pound Town. Is there a way that we can go back, or even if we'll go back and I'll add timestamps if we can to the different topics. If you just want to, go to a certain topic.
Yeah.
So
they need to listen to the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, I know, but like
fake ass people.
Timestamps are nice because sometimes we get off track. Timestamps are always nice. If you want to use them,
I think that's
we'll
what makes it more wholesome is the random conversations that get brought into the big topic.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So
but
we might do
if you don't listen
timestamps.
the whole way, I'm gonna upper deck of your toilet in your house.
He's done it. He's done it to mine. He's also put bath bombs in my toilet.
Yeah, I did. I put a bath bomb in his toilet and fucking ran out of his house.
It didn't do anything. But if you do sit through this whole thing, please hit us in the Discord. The link is on our Facebook. Hit us on Facebook, on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Please share it. Give it a like.
Hit up Mark on Grindr.
The sandwich app.
Yeah, the sandwich app.
But yeah, this is the first, and I think it went very smooth. Wrestlfyi Season 1, Episode 1 podcast. Everything and anything wrestling.
Yeah.
And,
so yeah, once again,
listening.
yeah, I'm gonna go on the same thing. Like, thank you everyone who actually takes the time to listen to this. If you did like it, let us know. Like I said, we will have a post podcast thread on our Twitter and our Facebook. Whichever you want to contact us on. We're going to be on a couple of different platforms streaming wise for this. So once again,
thanks everybody if you decided to stay to the end.
And have a good night.
Later.
Bye-bye.